What's up, YouTube? My name's Justin. Um, I'm a music composer, producer, blah 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 blah. Today I'm gonna just guess. I'm gonna make a tutorial. What was it again? Oh, how to write rap lyrics. I was gonna do how to record rap vocals, but I'm not sure if you guys would need that. If so, then I'll make one. Just let me know. Anyways, first off, you're gonna see a lot of cuts like this and this and this and this, just because I don't want to waste your time. Then again, I think I am wasting your time. Anyways, another thing, forget my hair. Don't I look ugly. Just face it, embrace it. It's not my fault. It's my parents. I'm gonna be looking down at this stuff because I literally wrote this crap. Just for you guys. Just sharing you my insight. I'm just giving you all my information because I learned this all myself and some from school. Well, not really. Okay, before you want to record and stuff with rap lyrics, do not go into a studio with nothing prepared. Time is money, okay? And money is time, I think. Yeah, just make sure you're fully prepared when you go into the studio. And hopefully this is going to help you with that. Anyways, how to write rap lyrics. Before you write it, make sure you think about your breath, because that shit stank. No, but for real, breathing is the first thing you should know before anything, because that's what gives you the air, and that's what transforms your sound, transduces your sound. That's what gives you sound. That's how you're hearing me. My voice is transducing into the microphone right there, and you guys are hearing it through another transducer that outputs into your ear called a speaker or a headphone. Or I have no idea if you're hearing this without speakers or something, that shit crazy. But yeah, breathing is needed. You need it to speak and to live, of course. But why care about breathing when you're writing raps and stuff? Well, when you record it, it's gonna piss you off. It's just because when you rap, and if you write down all your raps and then you record and you're like, oh crap, I didn't, what's that word? Rehearse it. It'll be like, oh no, why can't I say what I say, but it sounds so good in my head? That's because sometimes you're not thinking about your breathing, and well, most of the times, because you don't breathe when you think. Actually, I am, but you know what I mean. When you breathe, right? Breathe through your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is located right here under your ribs. See how big belly right here? See? Not good. Right here. Just Google diaphragm and read more about that, I guess, if that didn't make any sense. Also, make sure when you're breathing, you breathe with your throat wide open. Not, do, just like that. Open your mouth wide, but don't hyperextend your jaw like you're about to eat somebody's face. But make sure your throat is just, open so you could get all your breath in one small second. Because when I breathe like this, or this, just like that, probably doesn't make sense to you again, but you'll see later on if I make the next tutorial. Okay, well, what's in a rap lyric, you say, you ask? Because I know you're thinking about it. There's usually, well, rhymes, there's story, and there's stuff like simile, metaphors, things like that. That's called literary devices. I learned that in high school. There's different types of rhyming in rap, in general, actually. There's end rhymes, which is like, cat, hat, fat, rat, bat. The at, the end rhymes. End, fend, bend. Then there's last syllable rhymes, which is using the last syllable as a rhyme. Okay, so that's like crane, stain, pain, stuff like that. Double rhymes. Double rhymes, this is what it sounds like. It's two rhymes in one word. So it's talking, walking. So it's the kin, kin. Talking, walking, then there's beginning rhymes. It's kind of like alliteration in a way, literary device, where the beginning part of the word is what's being rhymed. Of course, it sounds just like how it sounds, anteater, antiques, antithesis. Peter Pecker, picker, peck, blah, 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 blah. And then there's first syllable rhymes, which is the first syllable instead of, the beginning piece. This first syllable of it. So export, whatever the hell I wrote. Explain. Oh, no. What the hell did I write? Anyways, export, explain, excuse me, or excuse. That's my excuse. Well, those are some rhymes. Well, that's parts of the rhymes. Where could you put the rhymes in rap? Well, you could put it anywhere if you got the good skills for it. But you could put all rhymes are mainly at the end of the line. The line is just, the line that you write in the song. It's a measure. Or at least half a measure. You heard me say this word before. Literary devices. Now, what the hell is that? It's stuff in literature to make your brain think, and it gives good art to your words. It gives your lyrics a whole new level, basically. Most people know about it. I said it before. Similes and metaphors. But there's more things out there. But if you don't know what a simile and metaphor, well, here you go. Similes compare two things that are not really alike, but they compare it together, With similes, you gotta use like and as to give it a direct comparison. So say, she's a hoe who loves foreplay. Her legs open like church doors on Sundays. Like, that's an example. Metaphors are phrases that's usually applied, which is not like literary applicable, meaning it's not possible, It's like, I'm feeling blue today. Like, how could I feel a color, It's not literally right. But that's called a metaphor. It's just a feeling. Blue gives you the feeling of, it gives you that sad feeling sometimes. Oh, that's what feeling blue is. I'm feeling so blue that the Smurfs let me stay with them. That's kind of like, it's the corniest shit you ever heard. That's some literary devices, but there's a lot more, like juxtaposition. It's like saying, I love you, I hate you. It's two complete opposites, but they're right next to each other. It gives good stuff, There's a whole bunch of other things. Just search it up. Google literary devices, and you'll read. Better read, because that'll help you out. That'll make you unique. Then there's, part of the rap, which is the story, It's the damn thing that you're writing, What can I say about it? It's a story. There's a plot, rise in action, fall in action. You know this. Unless you're like 2 years old. Alright, now that you understand the pieces inside of a rap lyric, I guess you could say, the rhymes and stuff like that. It's time to start writing. First, you gotta plan what the song's about. That's the main thing. Just plan what the song is about. If you're writing lyrics without like a beat in your mind, then you could just write about anything, really. Just make sure you know your duration, what planning, that stuff, songwriter stuff. But if you do have a beat, which most of you guys probably would, I mean, you could do it either way, but most people just play on the beat and then, alright, let me write to this. Anyways, if you do have the beat, then feel the beat. Feel what that beat is giving you. What emotion is pulling out to you. Then once you get it, you can write it down. That's the topic, the feeling. Say for an example, the song I want to write about is sad. I don't know. What I would do is get the topic of sad and what about sad? What is this beat? What about sad is this beat trying to pull to me? What should I write about, Should I write about the dog that died in my front lawn and I had to shovel that shit? Then when you get a feel of the beat, you got a feel of what topic you want to write, you should go to the chorus part and just get your little chorus out there. What's a chorus, you ask? Well, a chorus is part of a song. I'm just breaking this down for everybody because I'm not sure who the hell knows and who the hell doesn't. Usually when you hum it, you know, that's humming. But when you hum or when you ride along with the beat and the chorus, you'll eventually feel like you could pull out something from the chorus. You could sing it or you could rap it, you know, just whatever comes out to you. When you get the chorus out, you'll be like, bam, okay. So a chorus is part of a song, but there's other parts to a song. There's a verse, there's a chorus, there's bridges, there's leadings, and there's intro and endings. There's other things, maybe, just, yeah, you know, instrumental parts, solos, acapellas. But the main thing you hear is verse, chorus, bridge, intro, and ending. That's most of it. So the chorus in a song is a part which you'll hear more than once in the song. I mean, you do have two verses, but one chorus is the same chorus and it'll repeat. I mean, you could probably have two choruses, but nah, you don't want that. But who knows? Music is anything, right? The chorus is the part of the song that has the whole reason of the song. It's the whole main idea of the song. So yes, it's the main thing and you should pay good attention to that and write based off of the chorus. With the chorus, you want people to sing along to it because it's repeating. And where the chorus is, usually a hook will be there. Now what's a hook? Well, first of all, the hook is mainly found in the chorus, but not all the time will it be in the chorus. It depends where. Okay, it could be in the instrumental actually. It could be before the chorus, after the chorus. It could be the leadings. It could be the leadings. The hook is a part of the song that sticks into the brain. It makes people remember about it. I'm sure if you think about, I guess, any song of your favorite, the first thing that comes out will be the hook. Eminem. Forgot about Dre, you know. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move the lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. You know, that. That's, you know, what comes into your brain at first. You know, French Montana. Ain't worried about nothing. Nigga ain't worried about nothing. That's what it is. It's a hook. A hook is something that sticks into your brain. Repetition. It's a literary device. Go search it up. Stop being a little lazy person and read. Learn. Back to what I was saying with hooks and how it could be anywhere. There could be more than one hook. Like I said, instrumental hooks. That's the part of the, you know, part of the beat that is catchy. Usually it could be bass, 808 bass. Basically, it could catch you low frequencies because the low frequencies will give you more of a feel where you could feel it. That's like bass just hitting your face and your face goes. Why you want a hook? So people could keep remembering the song. They could tell it to other people, and they would want to play the song again. And you know, as long as it's in their brain, then you know you got the control. Okay, after the chorus, hopefully there's a verse. The verses are the meat to the bones, okay? The bone is the song itself. The song overall is the bones, but the verse is the meat to your bones. Pause. This is where your story starts, rises. That's where it gets a little sentimental. That's where, you know, it's good. And this is the part where it ends too. Well, ends in the story. This part is what keeps you listening to the song. This is what keeps you keeps your brain thinking about it. You know, it's like, I guess you could say, if the verses are meat to your bones and the meat is part of muscles, I think. I'm not in anatomy or whatever the hell it is, but you know, people like to see muscles and yo, that's cool, and girls will like it. And if you're a guy and girls got muscles, then you'll like it, I think. But you don't want too much into it. What you would want to write about is basically based off the chorus, about, the beginning, the middle, the end. I hope that goes into your brain. I didn't think about this when I was writing. When writing verses, you don't want it all to stay the same. You don't want it all to sound the same. It could probably sound the same for a little bit, but if it keeps sounding the same, like, da 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 da, your brain's gonna be like, all right, it's getting boring now because I know this pattern. So yeah, you'll use something called flow. What if flow? What if flow? What is flow? Is basically the rhythmic feel to your song. It could be both rhythmic in measure and melodic. Rhythmic is basically the hits, like say you're listening to a song and you hear the beat and say doom 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 doom. That's that's a hits per the measure. That'd be two measures. But yeah, it's basically the knocks. Learn up on music theory if you don't know about it. But yeah, use flow to make your song sound more interesting. Use it to make the people keep their brain interested. Use it to make it sound good, sound better. Another thing is punchlines. Punchlines are part of the verses that have basically a joke in it. It's the funny part. And come on, everyone loves to be funny, right? Everyone loves to laugh because there is nobody in this world that does not like laughing. Am I right? With punchlines, you could build it up into the funny joke, but basically it has to have the hit. The hit is the funny part that makes your brain like, oh man, that is thoughtful. You thought about that, man. I'm so hungry. Like, say, here's an example. I wrote this yesterday, so I like it. I cut through your army's blades like mowing the lawn. That doesn't have to do with the punchline, but you know. Who's saying I never cared like my name is Saddam? So, who's saying I never cared like my name is Saddam? That's part of the build. And then here's a terrorist joke. But I'm Muslim. My rhymes pack collision. That's why I am the bomb. That's kind of like it's the corny shit you ever heard. The bridge, okay? The bridge is part of the song that is basically different from the whole song. It's the part of the song that counters the whole song. It's not literally the opposite. It's just a quick change. Just a quick change. Because nobody wants to stay on the same topic. When you do that, a quick change would just, give some other kind of thought and then get back to the story. Like commercials, kind of. Except the commercials are interesting. Like Super Bowl, and it's the first time you've seen it. And it's very funny. Yeah, part of the song, say the whole song's about love. If the main part of the song is, I love you, no homo, then the bridge could be, I love somebody else, or I like them, or I used to hate you, but now I love you, or, I love your mom now, or I love your mom and keep it a secret. Leadings. You heard me say that, I hope. I don't know, I can't remember what I said. Leadings are basically something that leads up to another piece in the song. You can't really have a leading outro or leading intro. But yeah, usually leadings are before or after a chorus. Or it could be in front of a chorus and then, chorus, then a leading chorus, and then another chorus. But why put a leading? Well, it would give your listeners anticipation up to, oh shoot, that part is coming. I know it's gonna come. And they could sing along with it. So the leading is basically that BAM! You usually hear leadings mostly like in pop songs and stuff like that, but they're in rap. Trust me, they are in rap. Better attention when they listen to it. They're like, okay, I want to hear it. It's coming, it's coming. That gives your, better reason to listen to the song. Better reason to keep it in your brain. That's probably most of it. And then there's the end, which is intro and ending. Now wait, why do you want an intro to be written last? Well, how could you introduce something that's not there, Same thing with endings, How could you end something that never started? Right? So I guess you would write an intro and then an ending, or you could write an ending because you do have a song. But if you do write the ending, then it won't do with the intro. So you got to think about that, right? I would write the intro first, then the ending. I would write it first after I wrote everything else. Is what I mean. But yeah, intros, it could be literally everything, anything. It could be like, yo, I'm about to start this song, or yeah, she caught me cheating, but you know, this is what I'm gonna do to her, and then the ending is like, she's in my trunk and I'm about to bury her or something. I don't know. It Eminem did that, okay? Um, that's basically it for lyrics, for writing lyrics. Just know your structure. Your structure could be anything. It could be intro, chorus, verse, chorus, leading chorus, chorus, ending. It could be intro, verse, leading to a next verse, to another verse, but it might be annoying. It could be chorus, like forget an intro, who needs it? It could be chorus, verse, chorus, ending, corresponding. But yeah, it could be anything as long as it's attentive. But mainly it's just, intro, chorus, verse, chorus, ending. Chorus. Camera thought it glitched or something. But yeah, that's stuff you have to know and you have to do before you actually record rap lyrics. I guess if you want me to make a tutorial on recording rap lyrics, I got you, because I've been in this shit for like 7 years. I know I don't really got much to show, but I do know about this. That's why I'm teaching you. It's kind of me being regrettive to not ever making stuff. But, I'm starting to make stuff because I got the time. And, you know. But yeah, here's some final words I guess I could tell you. It's basically advice. Um, Try not to overpower your verses, because if you do, think of it like this. You want your chorus to be the main thought. You don't want your verse to be, so much thought that you forget what the chorus is. I'm sorry. That, and I told you the verse is basically the meat to your bones. No homo. What if you overpower your verse, that's like putting so much meat, and you don't want to look, fat like me. You don't want it to look fat, because sometimes that's not what people like to see. Just don't overpower your verses. Another thing is practice. Make sure you rehearse your lyrics after you finish it. People edit. You gotta edit your lyrics. Oh shit! Let me put that away. You gotta edit your lyrics. Face is in the way. You got to edit your lyrics when you think it's not good enough. Basically, let others hear it. Rehearse it. Use your microphone. I got one, but it's being used in the camera. Not a microphone, I'm sorry. Portable recording device. It could be your cell phone. It could be, one of these external microphones. Let me show you real quick. Like this. Sorry if that made a lot of noise. Definition. But yeah, use stuff like that to hear your own self. Because most of the times when you're hearing it, it's like, it gives you more confidence. Speaking of confidence, you would mainly want to start bad. Because if you start perfect, you'll be like me. You would want to make everything sound perfect. And honestly, everything in the music is not perfect. You would want to start bad so people give you advice and you could build yourself up. That way, when you build yourself up from being bad, you will end up skyrocketing. Whereas if you want to begin perfect, you'll just be a little struggling. You'll struggle to push yourself high. I mean, you could do perfectly if you know how to do stuff like this, but if you do know how to do stuff like this, then why are you watching this video? But yeah, um, practice, rehearse. If you want to be an artist for your profession, if you want to be a songwriter, practice it. Um, my teacher, my music business teacher, he told me, and I should have listened to him, but I didn't. Well, I couldn't. I had no choice. But he did make a point. He said, "Oh, let me hold this." He said to if you want to do something in the music industry, whether it's business or it's the music side to it, you have to stick to one profession. That means if you want one thing, then stick with that one thing, cuz literally there is everyone in the music world and they want their part too. And if you put your focus on two different things, two different skill assets, and you want to keep it, then chances are you're going to be like this in the level from from this whole level, both of them will be here. And if you want to be an artist and want your skills to go up, this is your artist right here, you want it to go all the way up here, okay? If you have one profession, basically practice that profession and make it perfect. Because with me, stupidly, well, not stupidly, because I like a challenge. I have, I have being an artist, I have being a producer, being a music composer, being a cinematographer, graphic artist, and whatever the hell I do, you know. Every other thing, instrumentalist, you name it. YouTuber, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I have all these thoughts in my mind that I want to be, and having all those things in your brain will really make you like it'll make you could do it all, but it's just gonna gradually increase slowly, but one day I want to make it from here to here in like one hit, but it's not easy. That's kind of like why I'm making this tutorial right now, to help you guys who wants to be an artist. I know I sound real stupid and real funny, but I'm trying to be serious, but I'm not really serious. Well, I can't be serious. Serial. I'm not good at it, okay? But yeah, that's basically it. If it helps you, if you laughed, if you like it, just tell me, let me know. Like my like page, that's where I keep stuff. I'll be a little more professional there. I'll give you the link. It'll probably be right here. I don't think you could click it because I suck at this stuff. No, I don't, but I'm just lying. It'll be in the description. YouTube's gonna change the shit one day, so it might be like inside your eyeballs or something. Yeah. Like the like page. Subscribe to this page because I told you I'm gonna make another tutorial. That's if you guys like it and you want me to make another tutorial. This video's been too long, so I guess I should shut up. But yeah, goodbye.